And wondered, what are they talking about? What are those concepts and words that they're using, and how is that relevant to myself? Well, help is at hand during this lesson. I'm going to talk to you about the jargon used in revenue management and the different stages of the revenue management cycle. And to top it off, we're going to focus on how is that relevant to you and your hotel. Revenue management has a list of words, abbreviations, and phrases that you need to be comfortable with in order to understand. The most common ones are related to your internal data sets, KPIs, key performance indicators. We talk about occupancy, which is a percentage of rooms sold, ADR, which is your average daily rate, and RevPAR, your revenue per available room. You also need to be familiar with words that describe a movement in your business. Pace, which is a comparison against the trend, budget, or last year. Pickup, which shows you your movement over time, like yesterday, last hour, last week. And then lead time and booking window, which is a time between the guest making a reservation and the actual arrival date. And both of those words can be used interchangeably. Another set of terms that we use in revenue management is relating to external data sets. And the first one is fair share, or how much of the business should you be getting. Imagine it having a cake and you're sharing it with 6 of your friends. So therefore you cut it into 6 slices, each of you getting 1 slice equaling fair share. Getting more or less, of course, means you're getting more or less of your fair share. And in revenue management, we apply that to 3 different sets of KPIs. MPI, which is your market penetration index, ARI, which is your average rate index, and RGI, which is your revenue generation index. I've also attached another glossary to this course for you to download. This is quite a complex process, but we have something at hand to guide us, the revenue management cycle. If you research the revenue management cycle, you will find a lot of definitions out there. Some talk about forecasting, others will talk about optimization, demand generation, management, retention of it. But at its simplest form, it's really all about data. It's about the collection and analysis of data that we can use in forecasting, pricing, and possibly add restrictions to your inventory. Such as, how many people have booked my property already? How many people are still going to book my property? And then, of course, is there something special going on that I might need to set a minimum length of stay restriction? To complete the cycle, we need 2 more steps. 1, distributing the prices, restrictions, and rate products such as packages and promotions. And 2, to monitor, validate, and report on what we have done so it can all flow back into the data collection and analysis cycle. Imagine you have fireworks on New Year's and you are right there, and I mean right there. Would you really want one-nighters or multiple night stays? You want multiple night stays, right? So what you need to do is you need to set that restriction and send it to all of your channels saying no one-nighters. And then you sit back, monitor the situation. If it works, fantastic. If it doesn't, you have to go back to the drawing board. As I mentioned earlier, revenue management is all about selling the right product, your rooms, to the right customer, your guests, at the right time, with the right price, through the right channel, such as your website or your online travel agencies. This makes the job of the revenue manager extremely important because they have a direct impact on the revenue performance of the hotel. So go on, download the list of words, phrases, and abbreviations attached to this course. And I want you to take 3 things away from this lesson. Number 1, revenue management is all about selling the right product to the right guest at the right price, at the right time, through the right channel. Number 2, it's all about starting with data. And last but not least, the revenue manager itself has a direct impact on the revenue performance of the hotel.